Hey guys, what's going down, man? This is your boy, DJ Just J with Just Dimes ENT, and I am your humble host of The Subtle, you dig? What's cracking, guys? What is going on? Hope you guys are having a great day today. Today is Thursday, May 10th of 2018. We're gonna get it cracking. Shout out to everybody that's already in the building, looking to support us and looking to get another good show going, man. So thank you guys for being so patient. I actually had a phone call that I had to take care of, so I apologize for being late, but we are here now and we are ready to get it in, and I hope you guys are ready to have a good show. You guys do me a favor, as always, hit the thumbs up when you guys come in. It's a very easy form to support the show. If you want to donate, then you can. We have a couple of methods to be able to do that, which is paypal.me/DJJustJOK, which a lot of my people have been very awesome about donating to us on a regular basis, so I'd like to thank you guys for that. And also, if you guys want to donate on a more regular basis, then we also have the patreon.com/DJJustJOK. There's some awesome perks on there. You guys can check out those perks. I think it'd be good to at least check out the information. So if you want to donate, then I would definitely encourage you guys to at least take a look at the information that's there. So what we're going to do is we're going to give everybody, and I mean everybody, a shout out. So everybody that's watching the show, say something in the chat, I'll give you a shout out. And then we're going to play our intro music, and then we're going to start the show. So for everybody that likes the timestamp, we're going to timestamp it here in just a moment. But before we do that, I need everybody to put your prayer hands together. Can we do that? Because my baby is busy right now. I need everybody to put your prayer. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. She's busy right now. So shout out to my baby, my heart, my soul. I'm waiting, and we'll wait for maybe another minute. I'll give her a moment, but she's busy right now. All right, everybody, I need you to put your prayer hands together for warm them up, warm them up, warm them up, warm them up, warm them up. J. McLovin is and was in the building, but she's gonna be back in the building here in a little bit. So shout out to J. McLovin. Hopefully you can see this on the screen, baby. You gonna see everybody. Oh, there she go. Thank you. I'm like, my goodness, girl, I'm sitting here waiting to get you back up in there. There she go. So now you see all the prayer hands in the chat. J. McLovin, that's for you. So you guys give her some of that prayer love for J. McLovin in the building. I had to wait before J. McLovin gets back before I transition over to the show. Now, again, man, thank you guys for showing my baby some love, my heart, my support, my backbone. That's my baby, J. McLovin. Shout out to J. McLovin in the building. All right. Now, let's go ahead and get started with this show. And yes, guys, hashtag 31 shots. They want to hashtag all of these police officers shooting people and all that kind of stuff. Hashtag 31 shots. 31 shots. No joke, no bull crap. So what we're going to do is, for everybody that likes the timestamp right here, this is where the show starts, okay? Now, what you have going on here today is you have a gentleman by the name of Meshon Williams. Meshon Williams. And Meshon Williams has done the unthinkable. You know, you guys have seen a lot of crazy stories going on in the news lately. And I say the unthinkable, but I mean, it's not really much worth surprise. Let me pause the video right there. That fool right there is the guy that we're going to be talking about today. And thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. She said, you're my favorite YouTuber ever. Thank you. I can't thank you enough, guys. I mean, I never thought I would get anywhere near this level of support. So I have to say thank you guys so much, man. It makes me emotional. And I try not to be emotional, but it's like that. And I thank you guys so much. But yeah, this guy right here is the guy that we're going to be talking about today. He is 17 years old. He is not a kid. He is a grown man. He is 17 years old. And the headline is he was accused of shooting a 6-year-old in the head and killing him. But the details of the story is what you guys want to hear. So do me a favor, hit the thumbs up so everybody can know that we're live. Everybody can know that the show starts right now. So that way we can go ahead and tell you guys what happened in this story. All right, because there's a couple of different stories that are going on here, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to give you guys the most condensed, most accurate version of the story. Now, DeKalb County is in Georgia. The DeKalb County Police Department, which is spelled D-E-K-A-L-B, has identified a suspect in the shooting that critically injured a 6-year-old boy over the weekend. Now, I'm gonna just tell you guys early on, I'm gonna go ahead and interject with the updated information. The 6-year-old, I'm gonna look you guys in the camera and tell you. What's up, Morning Soto? My sister Tanisha in the building. The 6-year-old boy is dead. Yeah, he's not injured. He's actually dead. And it really bothered me. I was gonna do the show last night, but I ran across more. It's like the longer I waited, the more information I got. And I said, you know what? I might as well wait until tomorrow. And even more information came out. Yeah, the little 6-year-old boy has passed. So he is no longer in critical condition. He has passed. Now, they first reported the shooting on Sweet Gum Lane in Decatur around 5:30 p.m. this past Saturday. So on Monday, the suspect was identified as 17-year-old Meshon Williams. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and continue to let the rest of the pictures go ahead and play through here, so you guys can see the rest of those. And if everybody got my email, then you guys know that I tried to send you guys a little bit of the story and let you know what we were going to be talking about. Hashtag, thank you, Run Till That. Where is BLM? You know what that stands for? Where's Black Lives Matter? And I'm curious, if Black lives really matter, then why is it that Black people not only harm other Black people, but whenever they do, why is it that Black Lives Matter doesn't stand against the people that are harming ourselves? Is there an actual answer to that? Does anybody have an answer to that? Because I've been wondering this for the longest. You know, me and Tommy and the rest of us in relationship rehab, shout out to my brother. Most of us are not Black Lives Matter advocates by no means, because of the fact that we feel like Black Lives Matter doesn't actually stand for what their name actually means. BLM, the acronym itself, doesn't make any sense, because if Black lives really mattered, then you would definitely be concerned for a large loss of life in the Black community if Black lives actually mattered. Am I right or am I wrong? Case in point, you guys have been hearing stories, and Tommy did one very recently about the group in Chicago. In one weekend, like, how many people were shot? 61? 61 people shot in one weekend in Chicago. The violence, I don't care. Look, I don't care what people are talking about when it comes to the violence has decreased. The numbers are lower. That's a large amount of people getting shot. Why is anybody getting shot? Why are people continuing to just die and get shot in mass numbers like that? And I think that the reason for that, I actually have an answer to that. I think that the reason for that is because, as us being accountable for our people, it's not white people's responsibility to make us stop killing each other. It's not the Asian community. It's not the Mexican community. It's not the Middle Eastern community's responsibility, nor the Native American community, for them to tell us how to live our lives and how to protect ourselves and how to not harm our own community. It is our responsibility. That's why I try to use this platform to advocate for children first, women and men. Father's rights is another big thing that we do. We're definitely going to have to ask the question, where's the father in this story, right? They said 81. Oh, I've been corrected. Golly. Okay. 81. Chicago needs stricter gun laws. Okay, CRC, I have a question for you. I'll actually address you before I go into the rest of the story, because that's actually a lot of what other people are saying. But let me ask you this. Since in a place like Chicago, Illinois, which it doesn't fall under one of the states that they allow you to get a license to carry concealed or open, It's not one of those states. It makes it damn near impossible for you to carry a firearm there legally. So the people that have guns have them illegally. What's up, classy young man? The people that have the guns there have them illegally. So if they're already not following the laws, if they are not already following the laws, if they are not already following the laws on the books in their state, in their city, they just said, we don't give a damn about the laws based on their actions. We judge by their actions. So one logical mind would have to say, if they impose stronger gun control laws, what is going to stop the criminals who are already not following the law already? I'll ask that question again in a more condensed form. If the lawbreakers already ain't gonna follow the law, then what difference does it make if you impose stronger gun laws? And CRC, I think you posed a great question, because a lot of people ask that question, but actually had an answer ready for you. Byron said you can't have stricter gun laws if you're getting them illegally. They're not already following the law. 25 years automatic if caught with one. And again, the criminals clearly don't give a shit. They never have, and I don't think they ever will. Stricter prison sentences. Okay, I get it, Andrew. But is that actually going to curve people and stop them from committing crimes, though? Because if you think about it, the 3 strikes law that people love. Oh, people love. What's his name? Bill Clinton, President Bill Clinton, ex-President Bill Clinton. Love him. But him and Hillary Clinton got instated this thing called the 3 strikes law, which actually on your 3rd felony, it's a life sentence. More black men have gone to jail in astronomical numbers since that law has been imposed, and stay in jail for longer. So I'm just curious, like, is that really the solution? Queendom said prison isn't a deterrent now, it's a rite of passage. I would agree with that. I'll read what she said again. She said, prison isn't a deterrent now. It is a rite of passage. How many times have you guys heard about a rapper or street people say, you know, they've been to jail and they hardened criminals. I know what it's like to be locked up. I did 10 years in the pen and this and that. They say that as a badge of honor. And when they come out, you're supposed to respect them more in the street because of their street cred. I agree with that. It's a rite of passage. I get what you're saying, but the punishments are exactly what they are. And I think, because I'm going off a topic, so I need to get back on topic, but I think that the idea of imposing stronger sentences is more or less more punishment. It's more punishment. And I think we need more discipline and less punishment. How many of y'all can agree to that? I think, and I haven't heard very many people say this, and definitely not publicly. Privately, yes. But I think that we need more discipline and less punishment. There is a mental, spiritual, and emotional difference between punishment and discipline. 2 separate things. I want you guys to put a pin in that. Take your pen, put it in there. We'll come back to that. Now, let's get back to Meshon Williams. Age 17, he was identified as the shooter. Police said Williams was one of several people involved in an altercation at the home, which this home was on Sweet Gum Lane in Decatur, and this was on Saturday around 5:30 p.m. Police say Williams was one of several people that was involved in the altercation. They believe that the altercation started over a social media post. And guys, I scoured the internet and I could not find the post that supposedly sparked all of this. which would have been a key thing. So if anybody has information about that, I would love for you guys to send it to me. Email me at thesotayoudig@gmail.com. I'll be happy to report it, because I think that's very, very key. I want to know what was said in order to make a group of people, which you guys are going to find out here in a little bit, who it actually was. Who was Meshon with? The 17-year-old young man. Find out who he was with and who sparked all of this stuff and encouraged him to do what he did. So after the altercation ended, the police said Williams fired 31 shots towards the house. Hashtag 31 shots. And he did it from a handgun. Wasn't no AK or nothing like that. From what we understand, was a handgun. 31 shots. And in my opinion, I'm thinking that it wasn't it had to have been an extended clip, because people said that, well, okay, you said who gave him the gun? How do any criminals get guns? Seems like all the criminals got guns. But I say it's an extended clip because they said that they didn't nobody thinks that he went and replaced the clip that he was using. They didn't hear him do a reload or anything like that. So I'm assuming it was probably an extended clip gun, what they call an extendo, an extended clip. And I've seen them go pretty long as far as their extended clips. Like, it's already considered an extended clip for my weapon to have 15 rounds in it. But I think this one will go up to 20. There's one that I think can hold 25, which is already a lot. And they can go as ridiculous as you want, I believe. Okay, yeah, my apologies, Chris Batten. You're right. A magazine. My apologies. A 31 round magazine. I would assume that it was probably a 30 round magazine, extended magazine, with one in the chamber. So yes, you are right. Now let's keep going. One of those bullets hit a little 6-year-old boy, and the name, and you guys can see it in the window right there. That's one of the bullets that went through that window, which is a big hole. And the little boy's name was Z-Mari Mitchell. And his name is spelled Z apostrophe M-A-R-I. Z-Mari Mitchell. M-I-T-C-H-E-L-L. Okay? Who was in the living room at the time. Now, Mitchell remains in critical condition in a hospital, which is now inaccurate information. Now that we're reporting it, he is dead. The little 6-year-old boy is dead. Williams and several other people left the scene in an unknown vehicle. And I don't know why it was unknown, especially if these people showed up to your house. I'm sure if they had time to fight, you had time to figure out what vehicle that was. So I don't know what's up with that. But so far, no arrests have been made. And this is the thing that really, yeah, Zamari, question marks. I see it. I see what y'all are saying in the chat. Yeah. That is correct, Queendom. I'm not going to say that, but yeah. What's up, Kurt Dog? My brother Kurt Dog is in the building. Y'all show Kurt Dog some love. Z-Mari. The names, man. The names. Hey, what up, Vic? What's going on, Vic, in the building? What's going on, bro? I don't ever want Vic blocked over here, so let me go ahead and show Vic some love, because he showed some love. So shout out to Vic in the building. What up? Make sure that's the right channel. Indeed it is. Good job. All right. Good job, Jay. Now, They said anyone with information on Williams or his whereabouts is encouraged to call 911. That's the number that they gave. They didn't give any specific phone number or anything like that. We got about 311 people watching. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. More people will come in and watch the show if you guys will hit the thumbs up. It's a very simple thing to do. We had a couple people sent donations through. Well, we had one. So I got to say shout out to my sister Egoos is me. If you guys want to donate, I need one of the moderators to post the donation links in there so people can get a chance to donate to the show and support what we do here. All right. So shout out to my sister Egoos is me. Sent the first donation of the show. Let's keep going. Now, police are encouraged. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Where is that coming from? Shooting rampage over the weekend. Damn. I don't know why these videos like to just automatically play. I hate that. That's why I don't like to pull these up from the internet. Now, they said that police said that the group piled back. Okay, here we go. Now, we do have some information. On May 5th, the police said 6 women and a man, which was one of those men was Meshon Williams, went to the home on 3,500 block of Sweet Gum Lane to engage in a fight over the Instagram post. Once the fight was over, police said an adult came out of the home to confront the group and have them leave. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this because I don't know if the story is going to tell you this. It was actually the father in the home that told them they had to leave and stop the BS. It was the dad. Police said that the group piled back in the Dodge Durango SUV. I told you guys that was bullcrap. People knew what kind of car that was. But once they went down the street, police say that the driver, who was identified as Williams, stopped the car. He got out of the car and he turned around and unleashed a total of 31 shots from a 9mm handgun at the home. I'm going to read that again. He drove down the street, stopped the car, got out of the car. He turned around and unleashed a total of 31 shots from distance from a 9mm handgun at the home. One of those rounds, police said, went into the living room and hit the little 6-year-old boy, which is Zamari. He is now posthumous. He's dead. Police responded around 5:30 p.m. and emergency responders took the boy to an area hospital where initially he was listed in critical condition. They said a 6-year-old is very innocent. He's inside his home enjoying life and he's now in critical condition fighting for his life. DeKalb Police Captain A.T. Mears said, at 6 years old, that's something no one wants to see. It's just uncalled for. I get he's trying to relate that to this specific incident and that specific kid, but we got to address everything about that. Number one, why are people getting so damn upset over an Instagram post? Number one. Number two, why aren't people calling them out for coming by that person's house over the Instagram posts? Number three, if they were upset about this Instagram post, then I'm sure somebody knows the other people that was involved, especially once they showed up. I'm sure you're not going to just start fighting people. You're going to let them know who you are, or they're going to know who you are because of what you posted. There's something in there that lets them know who those people were. So what it is, I think that's that no snitching shit. That stupid stuff that they do in the hood that they say, well, we don't know nothing. We're not going to tell the police nothing. We're not going to help the police. That's bullcrap. They should not only be looking for Meshon, they should also be looking for those 6 other people that he showed up there with. Do you guys agree with that? They're accessories now to murder. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Those people that were with him and left with him and didn't report where the hell he went. Not only are they accessories to murder, they're also now accessories to harboring a fugitive from justice. Holla if you hear me. If they left with him after they saw he did what he did, they didn't jump out the car. They left with him. So that means they know where he went and probably know where he is. And that means that they are hiding him from the law, and they supposedly say that the law is looking for them. Not only the people at that house who came to come fight. I'm sure they didn't come there to come fight with the dad. If it was 6 females and 1 dude, then I'm assuming 6 females showed up to fight a female. I'm just assuming, because why would you bring so many chicks? I'm sure you're not going to bring that many chicks if you're there to fight dudes. Natural logic, right? Logic would dictate that 6 women and a dude ain't there to fight a dude. You're not going to bring a group of 6 women to go fight a guy or a group of guys. I'm not sure they found them. Send me the link. If they found them, send me the link. Email me. Let me know when you email me, because I haven't found it yet. I even looked again today. If they found them, I'd love to see that. Okay. Now they say they're supposedly searching for him, not the other women right now. They said, we need this young man brought in, apprehended, and they want to bring him to justice, said the director of DeKalb County Police Safety, Jack Lumpkin. In the press conference, Lumpkin said they know places where Williams has been, but they need the community to step up and help the police if they have any information. As a matter of fact, why is it the people that was of the home that was shot up, why are they not giving information about where this fool's whereabouts are? According to the captain, the ones that showed up because of a Facebook post, they didn't like it. It was an Instagram post, but I got you though. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's why they supposedly showed up. So if that's the case, then that means they know each other. So that means if only the one that got shot was a little boy, then that means the people in that house that got shot up knows who came to shoot and fight with them. That means everybody knows everybody. You're not going to just randomly see somebody's random Instagram post and be like, you know what? We're going to group up and we're going to go to this house to go fight this person. No, they know each other. All right, let's keep going. Now, police say they've identified other people who were in the vehicle with Williams and are questioning them, but they need more. The challenge with keeping any community safe is the shared responsibility, is what he said. Lumpkin said, we depend on citizens. Citizens depend on us. Police said Williams could face aggravated assault and aggravated battery charges if caught. They say that the 17-year-old doesn't have, quote unquote, significant criminal history, but is also a suspect in auto thefts. They're working to arrest Williams, especially given the circumstances. This is the second child that has been shot in our community within the last 40 days or so. We simply will not tolerate this type of violence, Lumpkin said. Why are you tolerating any type of violence at all? That's my words. But nonetheless, police are considering Williams armed and dangerous, clearly. If anyone has any information on where he is, they're asked to call police at 770-724-7850. 770-724-7850. PayPal is in the description box. Yes, that is correct. You just donated, Kevin. All right, I appreciate that. Let me take a look. And yes, you did. Let me give you guys your shout outs real quick. I'll do that right now before we go into the rest of the story, because I actually have a couple videos that I need to show you guys on the news articles. But of course, the first thing that I need to do is get up my fair usage. If I can find my fair usage, it is behind everything. There we go. All right, so do me a favor, give me just a moment. And Chastity, I need to check out what you sent me. So I think we might have some updated information. Okay, love the content, showing some love. And that is from my brother in the chat. That is Kevin DeSanta in the building. So shout out to Kevin DeSanta. Let me go ahead and show you some love in return. Kevin, you are now a moderator in the show for making a donation. So I definitely want to show my appreciation for you. Do me a favor. Don't block anybody. Don't time out anybody. It's basically a symbol of my appreciation for you. All you got to do is kick back, enjoy the show, chat as you like. But I want to make sure that the people that donate are not ever blocked. So that's kind of the purpose of that. So again, prayer hands to you, my brother. Thank you so much for the donation. And also to my sister, Erica. Go back. Because she said the first one. So I got you, Erica. Hold on just a second. My sister E said, here's a little something to start the show. Peace and blessings. Much love. That's my sister Erica G in the chat. So shout out to my sister Erica G. Thank you very much for showing some love. For everybody else, if you want to show some love to the show, it's paypal.me/DJ It'll pull me up. You should see my weird looking face on there, and that's me. All right. Let me check and see what my sister Chastity sent me. I'm kind of scared to open this up, Chastity. I ain't gonna lie. Yep. Oh, man. Wow. This just in, guys. We got some new information. Wow. Okay, guys. We just got some new information. He has been captured, William. He has. Teen murder suspect Meshon Williams arrested in Candler Road area after police pursuit on I-20. Thank you to my sister Chaz. You guys have Chastity to thank for this. You guys show Chastity some love. Give her a thumbs up. Give her a prayer hands. Tell Chastity thank you for the updated information, because I was definitely about to try to make sure we was going to campaign today to get this fool arrested. He was charged with fatally shooting the 6-year-old Zamari Mitchell in a reckless feud over a social media post on May 5th, which was only 5 days ago. He has been apprehended by authorities following a short pursuit on I-20. Okay, Jerry, I got you, bro. Oh, sheesh. Jerry did donate. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Wow. So shout out to the Britton International Corporation, my brother Jerry Britton, showing some love. Jerry, I don't know what to say, brother. Thank you so much. Guys, my brother Jerry is, from my understanding, relatively new here and appreciates the content that we bring. And I all I could do is just say thank you, you know, and I want to continue to earn, I want to earn you guys subscription and earn, you know, anything that you guys send me. And Jerry, thank you so much for being one of those people that support the show. I can't say that enough. Thank you so much. Now, let's see. Meshon Williams, age 17, was arrested about 2:30 p.m., which was today. So thank you, Chastity. By the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office Fugitive Unit with assistance from DeKalb County Police and Georgia State Patrol. The teenager who's wanted for shooting Zamari, the little 6-year-old boy, and I think I've had his picture on the screen. Let me move this off the screen so when that pops up, you guys can see it, okay? That's actually the 6-year-old boy's mom. Zero's asking where to donate. Do you guys not have the link? Do you guys need me to post the link for you? I could do that. Give me just a second. Hold on. I got you. And there's a couple of areas where you can donate. And for the Patreon, I asked for you guys to just take a look at it, at the link, and see if you want to donate there, you know. And if you do, if you find it in your heart, cool. PayPal is kind of a thing. As long as you send more than 4 quarters, it's good with me. You know, anything that you send is greatly appreciated. Jerry said, you and Tommy have changed me. You guys say what I have been thinking for years. You don't have to thank me at all, brother. This is exactly why I am where I am today, because Tommy said what he said. Because I kept thinking, that's exactly what I'm thinking. And by the way, that's the 6-year-old little boy right there. So I'm going to keep him on the screen as of right now. But Tommy changed my life by him saying things that I was like, man, like, wow, that's so awesome that, you know, something I've been thinking, something I've been scared to say. And I definitely didn't have a way to have a rebuttal whenever people question some of the things and beliefs that I say. And after listening to my brother Tommy, it made me realize, and it also gave me the courage to let me know, like, hey, not only should you have courage to make change, but you're now armed with the information to back up what you say. So shout out as always to my brother Tommy. and Jerry and everybody else, you know, to my sister Eagles is me. Everybody that has a Blue Wrench has donated to the show in some shape, form, or fashion, man. And everybody, even that donates a thumbs up, still helps. My sister Chastity, you know, everybody. I don't want to get, you know, too far off subject, but I want to tell you guys that. Thank you. Now, the teenager was wanted for shooting Zamari, who's on my screen right now. That's the little 6-year-old boy that died. And it's just so sad, man. He didn't even get a damn chance. He didn't get a chance at all. You know, to find out whether he was going to be somebody productive or not, even in this crime-ridden community. You know, he was never even given a chance. And that's just sad. And yes, people definitely need, everybody around that situation needs to be held accountable, in my opinion. So Meshon was wanted for shooting Zamari as he played inside his living room of the Decatur house about 5:30 p.m. on Saturday, which is located in the Candler Road area. But I'm gonna tell you guys something. And by the way, I just caught that, Chastity. That means if they caught him in the Candler Road area, matter of fact, I'm gonna Google search that real quick. Let me see about where that is. If that's in DeKalb County, because I think it is. I literally just thought about that. I can't say with absolute certainty that it's in DeKalb County, but it's definitely in the city of Decatur. Oh, okay, Great Bullet. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you found our channel over here. Definitely appreciate that. So, the part that you guys might have missed about what I said was they said that Zamari was shot while playing inside the living room of the Decatur house. Now, does anybody know what's wrong with that? I'm going to see if anybody figures out what's wrong with that part of the story. The whole no snitching policy wasn't something that was created by a person. The mindset was created because what thugs and gangsters and criminals were saying was that if you snitch, we're going to kill you. So what they said was keep your mouth quiet. Don't talk. If the police come and ask you, if you don't want your family or your life or your kids or your relatives at risk, then just don't say nothing. Just say, hey, I don't know nothing. So the mindset was bred to say, for your own safety, don't snitch. For fear of your own life. Okay? Now, I don't see anybody that's said it yet. The problem with this, the problem with him playing inside the living room while all of this stuff was going on is because if 6 people showed up to the house to address this person who posted something on their Instagram, came there to fight to the point to where the father came out and had to tell them to leave, and they all huddled back into their SUV and drove down the street, and he got out and he started shooting 31 times. It makes me wonder how used to violence is that little boy if he could see all of that fighting, all of that screaming, probably all of that cursing and all of that good stuff. How was he still able to play knowing that all of that violence is around him? I don't think anybody caught that. Kim, what did you miss? He's been arrested. Cynthia said a 5-year-old was killed here in 2004 and no one was arrested. No one will talk. You know, well, see, the cold part about it is nobody will talk because I don't think those people actually want any real change. And people are not willing to put their life on the line for real change. What's up, Curtis? How you doing? I don't think anybody wants real change. They're scared of change. And this is the thing. This is why I say, and my personal belief is that slavery is a choice. because people are choosing to live in fear under their own people, under their own kind. Women are giving birth to thugs. They're raising thugs. They choose not to have fathers in the home. You have no fathers in the home. You have no level of discipline. You have no level of showing a man how to be a man and how to be respectful and how to live. So they end up not only disrespecting themselves, but they disrespect other people. So they also notice that the women aren't held accountable for anything. So then the boys don't want to be held accountable for anything. So the difference is when women that are single mothers raise girls by themselves, the little girls can turn around and put the same exact thing that their mothers gave them back into the world because they are not held accountable. They are protected. They're a protected class of people. The boys, they find out the hard damn way. The boys end up being held accountable for everything. So imagine this. The women showed up to fight. Thank you, Jay McLevin. The women showed up to fight. The women encouraged this fight. The women fought. And the women left with the dude that shot up the house 31 times. Now, this is the rest of the story because this is just there from my sister Chastity. Shout out to Chastity. DeKalb police and Georgia State Patrol pursued Williams for a short distance as he drove along I-20 about 2 p.m. before he jumped from the vehicle and began to run westbound along the interstate. So he jumped out and ran. Sheriff's investigators continued to pursue him on foot and discovered Williams hiding in the underbrush. The DeKalb Sheriff's Office said in a May 10 press release, which was today, he was apprehended and taken into custody without incident. I'm going to read this part again. What's up, Frantonio? I'm going to read this part again. They said he was apprehended and taken into custody without incident. I think based on that sentence alone, I think we can now point to DeKalb County and what's wrong with them. Maybe you guys didn't catch that. I'm going to read this part again. They said there was a pursuit on I-20. He drove a short distance along I-20 before he jumped from the vehicle and began to run westbound along the interstate. They found him hiding in a bush. Keep in mind, he supposedly is supposed to be armed and dangerous. Also, they say they apprehended him and taken him into custody without incident. You guys don't catch that? Him running in the car, him getting out of the car, taking off on foot, him hiding in a bush, and you not knowing what he has in that bush. And since it happened today, I'm assuming it didn't happen at nighttime when they caught him. So with him hiding in a bush, you have no idea what he has. Can we agree to that? Thumbs up, anybody? The whole thing was an incident. Thank you, Sunshine Pine. I'm glad somebody's paying attention to the show. The whole thing was an incident. The fact that they had to have the sheriff, the state patrol, and all these other people out there, the entire damn thing was an incident. So the fact that they would use words like we apprehended him and taking him into custody without incident. No, what? Why do you even need to? Okay, you know why I think they did that? Well, so the police don't handle this thing wrong. Maybe the police are scared to do their damn job. Why didn't they shoot him? Well, this fool actually had a gun. Great question, Random. He actually had a gun. He actually shot 31 times and then took off and he was on the run. When they found him, he took off running again. But anyway, the vehicle Williams was driving on I-20 remained in motion while he jumped out the car. So it was still moving. So now he's actually endangering other people. Got 325 watching, 260 likes. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's awesome. If we can get a couple more likes, that would help too. Definitely would help. Now, the vehicle he was driving was in motion while he exited, and it subsequently hit another vehicle onto the freeway. So now he almost killed somebody else. And the female driver of which was assisted by emergency medical services. So he almost killed somebody else. So now he used the car also. Also used the car as a weapon too. But we need to take him in without incident. He don't need to get shot at 20 times like Stephon Clark, right? But hey, what do I know? The extent of her injuries is unknown, said the sheriff. Williams, who was booked into DeKalb County Jail on Memorial Drive, is also a suspect in several local auto thefts. So I'm assuming the car that he was in was also a stolen car. Also. A $5,000 reward for information leading to his arrest and indictment was offered on earlier on May 10th by DeKalb County Police and Crime Stoppers. So it's not known whether that reward will be paid out in relation to Williams' apprehension. So I'm going to assume that they're not going to pay that out. Because people initially, they could have been and avoided all of this. They almost ended up getting somebody else killed behind this dude jumping out the car. The car hit somebody else and almost killed somebody else in motion. So police upgraded his charges to murder. Thank you. On May 9th, when Zamari died in the hospital after 4 days in a critical condition, fighting for his life, and he lost his fight. Williams was initially wanted on charges of aggravated assault and battery. But even then, that's an attempted murder charge. Why is that not an attempted murder charge? But anyway, they went to engage over a fight on social media and they didn't like the post, which is what they said during a press conference. And I really wish they would pull up. Now, y'all can put the ice cream on the cake. If y'all can find the Instagram post that they're talking about. If anybody can find out, I would love to have that Instagram post. I want to know what would make black people kill other black people. Oh yeah, and they do have a GoFundMe up right now, of course. So if you guys want the information to the GoFundMe, I'll put the information out there. But it is GoFundMe.com/Z039MARI-Mitchell. It's harder to prove attempted murder. But he shot 31 times at a house. I get what you're saying. And I do agree with you. I know that's generally why they pick certain charges, but like I don't know how they wouldn't be able to get that as a conviction. But I feel you though. That's actually a great point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys a couple videos, and of course I have to always give you guys the fair usage. Why? Because I don't want to get flagged. So here we go. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Trying to figure out which one of these to start with. Let's start with Let's start here.
Breaking tonight, an extremely sad update. A 6-year-old caught in the crossfire of a shooting rampage over the weekend has died while his accused killer is still on the run tonight. We just learned a few hours ago that 6-year-old Zamari Mitchell passed away from his injuries. Take a look. This is the first time friends have shared photos of the little boy. He was hit by a stray bullet on Saturday night. DeKalb County Police say it was fired by 17-year-old Meshon Williams, who unleashed a hail of 31 bullets at a home on Sweet Gum Lane. Williams was reportedly angry about a social media post. He was also facing aggravated assault and battery charges, but those charges will likely now be upgraded. Our 24/7 digital team will bring you any new information as soon as we get it.
Now, and they actually were upgraded, as we read to you guys. The charges were upgraded to murder, rightfully so. And it should definitely, I think they need to get them other girls too. And they need to get them for also, you know, for aiding and abetting a fugitive. And also for creating this whole thing also. They're a part of this. They're accessories.
Right now, the hunt is on for a teenager accused of firing 31 shots at a house, ultimately shooting a 6-year-old. Naima Abdullahi joins us live from DeKalb Police Headquarters. And Naima, this violent incident was all over a social media post?
That's right. They're saying all of this started from an Instagram post. We don't know exactly what that post said, but we do know it led a group of people to show up to someone's home in Decatur and all of a sudden start fighting. Now, let's show you a picture of the person police are right now looking for. This is 17-year-old Meshon Williams, who showed up to a home on Sweet Gum Lane. Police say after the fight broke out in front of the home, Williams, who was with the group that came to the home, left with the group. Then he allegedly came back to the home and fired 31 rounds. That's when 6-year-old Zamari Mitchell was shot inside his living room.
He's in his own home, enjoying life, and now he is in critical condition, fighting for his own life. At 6 years old, that's something no one wants to see.
And right now, police are considering Williams armed and dangerous. They're urging anyone in the community who know about his whereabouts to contact them immediately. Back to you, Sheba.
Naima, thank you. This morning, we're hearing from the family of the accused.
All right, we got a couple more here real quick. This is actually from, I think this is one of the, he'll give his name here in just a moment. I'll let you guys listen.
Of our community's support and help in finding one Meshon, Meshon Williams. It's a 17-year-old male black. They will describe him better for you in a few moments. What we need this young man brought in, apprehended, we want to bring him to justice. Yesterday, he fired shots in a neighborhood, that one of which struck a 6-year-old child. This is the second child that has been shot within our community within the last 40 days or so. We simply will not tolerate this type of violence. We want Williams to know that we're coming for him. We're coming for those who are involved in these groups creating this violence. We're coming for Williams immediately. But we need the citizens' support. We need the citizens' support to find this young man, apprehend him, where we can keep our streets, our neighborhoods, and our communities safe. Thank you, and I'll spell my name at the last part. Lumpkin, Joseph Jack Lumpkin, Jack, Lumpkin, Public Safety Director, DeKalb County, Deputy Chief Operating Officer.
So do you know where Williams, his last known address, and have you been able to talk with his family? And finally, sir, how is the 6-year-old boy doing?
We know where Williams has been, and the captain will better explain that to you and what we're doing to try to apprehend him. We need citizen support. The challenge is in keeping any community safe is a shared responsibility. Police have to do the heavy lifting and the dangerous part of it. But we have to have citizen support, for citizens know their streets, their neighborhoods, their communities better than any officer ever will, unless the officer lives there. We depend upon citizens. Citizens depend upon us. And that's what we are asking for. We can take these dangerous people off the street with appropriate citizen support.
Any idea on the circumstances of...
The captain will give you the specifics on how it occurred and why we think it occurred.
Well, Captain, can you start with maybe giving us an idea of how the 6-year-old is doing at this point?
My name is Captain A.T. Mears. It's M-E-A-R-S. The 6-year-old right now is in critical condition at an area local hospital. To give you some background, on Saturday, May 5th...
And also to correct guys, he said that was his current condition, and that was like a day or two ago. The little boy has already passed away.
At approximately 5:30, a group of 6 females and a male in a Dodge Durango SUV went to 3539 Sweet Gum Lane. They went there to engage in a fight over a social media post that they didn't like. Once the fight ended, parties were outside. The victim's father came out to confront the individual.
I do kind of have a question because that was interesting. Kim, I know you've been here for a while, but you said, hey, Jay, would you be sad and angry if someone shot your daughter? I guess I was a little, because I saw the question, and I don't mind the question, but I'm a little bit confused by the question because based on what I've described in this story and based on the fact that I say that we are children advocates here, and based on the fact that I say that we need to protect children, especially from adults, from violence, from inhumane conditions, you know, to be nutritioned correctly, to be taught correctly. No, it's look, this is the thing. Like, I don't think there's Spank Buddha. I don't think there's any dumb question. And Faye, I don't think it's a dumb question. I would like for her to elaborate if you could. Like, I would love to just see what you say. Like I guess I was kind of wondering like what you were trying to ask, or if that was your direct question, I can definitely answer your question for sure. But I know I've seen you here for a while, and I don't know if maybe my message is getting lost somewhere. But I definitely want to make sure, because I want to be very, very concise and very clear about my message. So I'd be happy to wait to see what you say to that. But what we do here at the Subtle You Dig is we are children advocates first. My kid would be considered a child or a children in that particular scenario. So the person that I would have to advocate for first would be my own daughter. So yeah. I mean, you guys, like I've seen people ask me all the time, like, why do I have a gun? Why do I show my gun? Because I'm proud of my gun, and it takes a lot of responsibility to carry a firearm. I'm also licensed to do so. You know, I believe in the Second Amendment rights to bear arms, and I believe that, you know, that situations that would deem necessary to definitely use a firearm is if children are in absolute imminent danger. This would be a situation where with that dude shooting that many shots at that house, anybody and everybody would have had the right to return fire at that dude and everybody in that car because they were all advocating for it. If anybody wants to call in, say something to one of my moderators in the chat. If you want to call in, I'd be happy to take calls if you guys want to call. So if that's something, Fresh Beast, that anybody wants to do, if you would, say something to, like tag one of the moderators, and I'll give you the number that you guys can call in, and we can talk about it. I'd be happy to. So just let me know. Let me know.
And have them leave the property. They all piled back into the SUV, went about 100 yards down the street. The driver, who we've identified as Meshon Williams, stopped the vehicle, got out, turned around, and fired a total of 31 shots back towards the victim's home. One of those rounds went through the house into the living room, striking 6-year-old Zamir Mitchell. And as I said, he is currently in critical condition in the local area hospital. Williams is also is suspected in several auto thefts in this area, and the DeKalb Fugitive Squad is currently looking for him, as well as all DeKalb police officers. We've identified the individuals that were with him in the vehicle at that time, and we're currently interviewing them as we speak.
What kind of gun did he use?
A 9mm handgun.
31 rounds sounds like a lot from a 9mm. Is that I don't know anything about that kind of handgun.
And he's actually asking a legitimate question because he's saying it seems like a lot to come from a 9mm handgun, and it absolutely is. That's a pretty big extended magazine. So yeah, that's what they're asking him. Let me see. I watched on YouTube that children died too soon. I almost cried. And that's why I say, guys, sometimes some questions can be lost in translation, and that's why I encourage us to ask or question first before we block or time out anybody. Because like I say, Kim has been watching for a while, and that's kind of why I was, a little bit confused initially. But like I say, I wanted to make sure and ask to make sure I get, the proper perspective of what my sister was trying to ask. So yes, would I be angry? I think you could say I would be angry if you multiplied what entails anger and multiply that by maybe 50 to 100 times. So that would be my response to you, Kim, asking would I be angry? If you took anger and its actual definition and multiply it by 50 to 100 times, if someone were to do anything to my daughter, that'd be me. Hopefully we understand on that thing. But here we go.
We can't really tell if he reloaded or not. We know there was 31 rounds fired from a handgun at that location. So we're still part of that investigation.
So we think he's the only one who fired shots then?
Correct.
Any prior history, background on Mr. Williams?
Mr. Williams is 17 years old, so he doesn't have a significant criminal history to speak of. Like I said, he is suspected in several auto thefts in the area and a few other crimes.
What charges?
Right now he's wanted for aggravated assault and aggravated battery.
Yeah, I would think cases like this have to be hard to work when it's kids and it's something as stupid as a social media post that wasn't this.
It does. It's very hard to walk in a 6-year-old that's very innocent. He's in his own home, enjoying life, and now he is in critical condition fighting for his own life. At 6 years old, that's something no one wants to see. It's just uncalled for. And just like about last month, we had a 3-year-old that was shot and killed. We located and found him and brought him to justice. We're going to do the same thing in this case.
Is the 6-year-old on life support?
I can't say. I just tell you he's in critical condition.
And again, I'll clarify that point. He's not in critical condition. The little boy, Zamari, is dead. Anyone worth a damn would be mad when any child is killed. Exactly. Children are innocent and they need to be protected at all costs. It's our job to keep them safe. One of the stories that actually took off first for me at the So Do You Dig was when I did the story on Anaya Day Garrett, which was her father. What is his name? I forget his name. It's something Garrett. I'll remember it at some point. But when his daughter was killed by Sierra Day, which was her mom, and her boyfriend, that had me in tears on the show. You guys remember that? You can go back and watch it. Look at the Anaya Day story where the father was crying in court. You guys will see that that screenshot, that thumbnail. And then they called 911 and was acting like they were doing CPR on the little girl when they actually killed the little girl. So when you get a chance, for anybody that's curious of whether, I am moved and bothered and angry about something happening to children, I would encourage people to watch, because it's got almost about 30 to 40,000 views. Watch that report that I did on Anaya Day Garrett. Justice for Anaya. Especially at the point where I started playing the 911 call.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you all. If you don't have any other questions, we appreciate.
All right, I think that's the majority of that video, and this is the last one. Like I say, these are all late reports, according, especially if you compared it to what we have now, and found out that they apprehended him. Again, shout out to my sister Chastity. This is the last video that we have. This one only like a minute.
Who they say shot 6-year-old. That child is now in critical condition. Here
again, he's not in critical condition. He's dead now. Said the mother should take the child should take the child and had in the bathroom when they heard. Well, it makes you wonder, Kim, because Kim points out something that I was curious about. What the heck was everybody else doing that they didn't automatically, anybody else that was in that house? It had to have been a female there, probably the mom, and there was definitely a man there. I'm wondering why didn't anybody, you know, if maybe it happened too fast, I don't know. Why didn't they automatically go to try to find the little boy and protect him from the shots? Use their body as a shield or something. I don't know. But that actually is a great question. That's a great point.
is a picture of the teen. The shooting happened over the weekend at a family's home on Sweet Gum Lane in Decatur. CBS 46's Daniel.
Do all the girls in the car get charged with murder? Definitely the driver, right? The driver, yes. The girls in the car should be charged with accessory to murder. Yes, I agree with you. Thank you, Bobby. I agree with that. Where was the mom? The mom was, from my understanding, I don't know if it was actually the mom, but because the details are so vague, I'm going to just have to paint the picture for you guys. From my understanding, the mom posted something on Instagram, and this is all alleged, okay? So for the record, for legal purposes, this is alleged. Do not take this as this is actually what happened. This portion is alleged. My interpretation based on what I think. I think the mom said some stupid shit on Instagram, posted it about someone, like a subliminal message, more than likely, because nobody really likes to tag names anymore. The people that it was directed to saw it, knew that it was about them, and said, all right, we about to, like, y'all done seen the videos on Facebook Live and all this stuff, and Instagram and YouTube. Are these people going and showing up to people's houses and fighting them in people's houses? Y'all have to have seen these type of videos. If not, Google search them. They are plentiful, especially in the black community. What's Q's website? World Star Hip Hop. World Star. That's where all of that crap started from. Look at World Star. So yes, they should absolutely be charged with accessory to murder. That's the charge that would get them. Accessories to murder. Because that's what they went there for. Because the dude clearly had a gun. He was locked and loaded and let off, and they took off with him. If you didn't jump out that car, that's accessory. You knew where he went, didn't tell nobody, that's accessory. You went over there and caused this to happen. It's just like in the NBA, whenever somebody does something and they escalate it, like somebody else comes in and pushes somebody and they escalate it. They make it worse, so everybody gets held accountable.
Wilkerson found a neighbor next door who said she too had a bullet travel into her children's bathroom.
No one came to the door, but you can see evidence of trouble as police look for this 17-year-old Meshon Williams.
I think that's a little bit weird, the fact that they go to the house that was just shot up and go knocking on the door, like, and the little boy's in the hospital. So why would anybody be there? I just thought that was weird.
They've now released this picture and say Saturday he opened fire on a family's home here on Sweet Gum Lane in Decatur. 31 shots fired, officers say, using a 9mm weapon. At least one of the bullets traveled through the family's home into the living room and hit 6-year-old Zamari Mitchell, and all over a social media post. Here's Here's what we know. Officers say upset over the post, Williams drove with friends to the family's home, and at some point when they went to pull off, were confronted by the 6-year-old's father. Investigators say Williams stopped the vehicle and fired the 31 shot.
Okay, there you go. So it was Zamari's dad. It was Zamari's dad that went and told them to leave.
Back at the home, hitting the child.
When I first pulled up,
Nakia Diggs lives right next door to where it happened. She and her kids came home a few hours later only to learn this.
I mean, bullets do travel, so one did come through my house, but it was just worrisome, as in one of my kids could have got hit.
That bullet came.
And I want you guys to look at this. This story I did watch. I want you guys to look at this, and I want y'all to tell me what's wrong with the person that they're interviewing. Now, what she's saying, if you guys were listening, she said that she heard all of this going on and one of the bullets entered her house. So apparently she was a neighbor. The boy shot 31 times. The grown man, Meshon Williams, shot 31 times. So yes, there were going to be some strays that go flying. And one of those strays went into a neighbor's house. And you're going to now hear her talk. But I want you guys to listen to this.
Say Williams stopped the vehicle and fired the 31 shots back at the home, hitting the child.
When I first pulled.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. Who said that? Frantonio Michaels was the first person that called it. Let me zoom in for you guys that can't see it, because I missed it initially too. What's wrong with this picture? Eagles is me. That part is coming up. Guys, what's wrong with this picture? To all my women, I want to hear women. I don't want to hear no dudes. I want my women to start calling out their sisters when their sisters are doing something that they should not be doing. Remember, we're not talking about what you see. We're talking about the mindset of the people that you see. The mindset. We're not attacking the visual person. We are talking about the mindset of the people. Spank Buddha said over-sexualized females. Where are my females at? Where are my ladies at? They even angled it at. Yes, they did. Who said that? Yes, Queendom. Yes, they did. Why did they angle it that? That's such a weird angle too, if you think about it. Why is she dressed like that at a time like this? That is absolutely correct. And think about this. This was the day after. You knew the news was coming to interview. Why would you come to a news interview in that? Remember, for the smart people, especially for my moderators, for the smart people, I want you guys to remember, we are not attacking the clothing. We're not attacking the clothing. We're talking about the mindset of the people that are wearing the clothing and how they conduct their business in their lives. Whenever you look at a community and wonder why a community has so much violence, you have to look at the mindset of the people. Then you start backtracking from that point, and you can look at little clues to let you know how ratchet and how hood and how effed up people are in the head. All right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play the rest of this for you guys, and I want you to see this because there is more. But wait, there's more.
Nakia Diggs lives right next door to where it happened. She and her kids came home a few hours later only to learn this.
I mean, bullets do travel, so one did come through my house, but it was just worrisome, as in one of my kids could have got hit.
That bullet came through.
Listen to what she said again.
And her kids came home a few hours later only to learn this.
I mean, bullets do travel, so one did come through my house, but it was just worrisome, as in one of my kids could have got hit.
Does she sound like she's that concerned? But I want you to watch this next portion of it because I've already seen this. But think about, I want you guys to look at this. Please, to my ladies. To my ladies. Ladies, you have to start calling out your own. Watch this. Shout out to my sister Carrie. Check this out. Listen to this.
That bullet came through her home into her children's bathroom.
I just moved here.
Oh, my goodness.
She says her kids play outside with the child shot.
He's very friendly. He plays with my 5-year-old son, and they rip and run the streets, so it's just really sad that it happened to him.
She now hopes the 6-year-old recovers.
Here's another innocent child over gun violence, getting hurt again over nothing. He had nothing to do with it.
Investigators say...
Did y'all catch that? Yes, Queendom, she did sound very unbothered. But you didn't notice it. You didn't notice this. Let me see if I could get back on that part. Here we go. Look at her face. Thank you, TJ. TJ saw it.
Her children's bathroom.
I just moved here.
What's wrong with this? Frantonio caught that part about it. Frantonio caught that part. Jerry Britton caught that part. Quantum said batting her eyelashes. Yep. TJ said, what is she smiling about? Super T says she has no to give. Yep. And this is what you have in the black community. And this is why I say it is this is why my brother Tommy says, this is why it's very, very, very hard. It's not impossible for women to lead a community and to lead forth productive children, for those children to turn around and pass that productivity on to their children and their family. It's not impossible, but it is. The statistics say that the black community is failing because of people like this, with this mentality. When somebody is dead and some child has been killed, and if you say that your kids play with this kid, then that means that was a friend of your kid, and you're smiling about this situation. Why? What the hell is funny about it? What is comical about this? I've got to end this here in a minute, guys. Somebody, my ladies, am I tripping? So let me ask, what's my sister's name that was in the chat earlier? See if I can find it. I don't even see it now. Hold on. I don't even see her name in there now. But does she look concerned? Does she look like she gives a crap at all? Does she look scared? Does she look sad that one of her kids' friends is dead?
That bullet came through her home into her children's bathroom.
I just moved here.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on, guys.
Home into her children's bathroom.
I just moved here.
Oh, my goodness.
Kim Harmon, thank you. Where's my sister Kim at? Kim, if you want to know if I'm angry, I want you to look at her face and you tell me, is she angry about one of her kids' friends being dead?
As in, one of my kids could have got hit.
That bullet came through her home into her children's bathroom.
I just moved here.
Oh.
Her children's bathroom.
I just moved here.
Oh, my goodness.
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 I just moved here.
Oh.
Now, I told you guys there's always an interesting portion of the story when I bring you guys these stories. I thought that had some level of relevance because I'm talking about the mindset of the people that are around. There were people in my chat that said that this area is crime ridden. It's filled with lots of violence. There's a lot of other stuff that's been going on. Even the police commissioner admitted that just recently that there was another. Yeah, it did sound like that, Andrew. It really did. Look at what Andrew wrote in the chat. It really did. Quantum, yep, he sure did. Mike Vick, yep. Think about it, said she's seeking DNA. All I ask is Tommy wrong? You have to ask the question, is he wrong? All right. Now, I think that's everything I needed to report. One other thing that I wanted to show you guys here real quick is the GoFundMe that's up right now. And I'm glad that they got the dude arrested, but it definitely wasn't without incident. It was definitely with incident, but that's what the police are saying. I don't know why, but it is what it is. If you guys want to look up the GoFundMe, it is actually right here. And that information is GoFundMe/Z039 Mari, Mari-Mitchell. So they're looking for $5,000. If you guys want to, invest in whatever it is that they're asking the money for, then that's up to you guys to do. But they're saying it's for that she's losing wages at her job, and funds are needed for relocation, household expenses, and any other future necessities that may occur. So if you guys feel like it's worthy, then that's up to you guys, but I'm just putting the information out there. So I'm not going to say whether it's worth it or whether it's not, because that's up for you guys to decide. All right, I'm your boy DJ Just J with Just Dimes ENT, and I'd like to thank you guys for coming through to the show. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna read off the donations. That's what we're about to do right now, my brother Pete the Pirate. And I have a lot more stories for you guys, but I got a lot of stuff going on, and I gotta try to get my schedule together because my schedule is absolutely ridiculous right now. I'm gonna leave this on the screen. I think that's a perfect way to end this show because it ended up being about the criminal, but I ended up having to put her in this just because her actions were a bit reprehensible. When you talk about this is how you react to finding out a kid is dead, it's just beyond me, man. It really is. But let me get this young man back up on the screen right here. These are the dudes that are out here getting these type of women pregnant, having all these type of relationships with these women, and there is no shortage of these dudes being able to get women at all.